Welcome to this tutorial from the Sharper Turtle, where we offer you teaching lessons one step at a time to help you master your software. In ProPresenter 6, there are several kinds of preferences you can set. Let's look at a few more of them in this lesson. We click on the ProPresenter 6 word in the top menu and choose Preferences from the drop-down. We have covered several of the preferences you see on the screen already. Let's click on 3 more. We'll look at Network first. When we click on Network, we can click on Enable Network, and that will activate access to all these kinds of controls. This is a tab that you use if you have dedicated hardware or if you have a software app, say on an iPad or other tablet, where you want to be able to control some of what ProPresenter does remotely through your network settings. For example, you may have someone who would like to control and advance slides right from the platform rather than from the sound or video booth. And all you would need to do would be to click on the item, deal with a password, and then the software on the other end will be able to connect and talk to your system so that you can overtake some of the default operations of ProPresenter version 6. I don't have that enabled on my system, and that would vary according to whatever hardware or software app you might be using on the other end, but we want you to know this is where you set up those connections. The next tab is called the Sync tab. When you sync, you can sync locally or you can sync to the cloud. We're going to focus on local right now. Cloud Sync requires that you pay a monthly fee to the ProPresenter folks to use their cloud services. Well, let's assume you want to do that locally. Let's assume you have people shared on a network who are all working on ProPresenter, creating different playlists, creating different presentations, using different songs. You might have people offsite who are doing the same thing. And you would like to make sure there's a common place. It could be an external hard drive, could even be a flash drive, could be a shared drive, where you want people to have media sent so that they can have the best, latest, and greatest from everybody's labors. So what you do is you set up a source. I have one here. You can click on the plus arrow. It'll take you to your menu system, and you can create another one. And then you include, what do you sync? Well, I can be library documents, playlists, templates, or media. The first and last are the most common. So if I have a new background image, it would include media. If I have a library document which contains my PowerPoints and would contain all my songs, all those kinds of things, I want to make sure that all the features and variations of those are in one common place where everybody can tap into them. And so the first time you use this, you will want to sync your files up to the repository. That's up to the shared media folder in this case. And so I'm going to do that. I will click on Sync, and since they're already there, it took no seconds. The second option is to click down from there. That will add those files to my local computer, whether it's a desktop, laptop, or whatever. And if I click on bidirectional, what that does is that makes sure that everything that's in that master collection is on my computer, and everything that's in my computer that's not on the master collection will be there. Since I haven't made any changes, I can click on Sync and I won't see anything happen. But that's how you do that. Now, one thing you need to be aware of is if you're going to sync locally, you have to have a setting on the General tab. On the General tab, there's a box that says Manage Media Automatically. You must have this checked in order for a ProPresenter to be able to take the items that you want to do and sync locally on your Sync tab. So those two settings are connected. That's how you sync. It's a great feature of ProPresenter, especially if you have multiple operators doing multiple things and you want everyone to have access to all that hard work. The next tab I would like to look at is simply Services. Services tie into other programs that are integrated into ProPresenter. They are not managed or owned by the ProPresenter company, but they are common, again, in the video, media, music industry. One is Planning Center Online, and the church I serve also is a member of that. So we have that all logged in, and I can log out of that if I want, but you can set that up. There's another option to do that. We'll show you a lesson to do that. I could do that if I wanted to log into an Instagram account or a Twitter account. And we're also a Song Select member, and I'm already logged in here, and I could click here to log out and control my connection. So the two services that most churches use are Planning Center and or Song Select. And this is where you set that up. And these are the options you have. Those are three of the tabs and preferences for ProPresenter 6. We have one more lesson to go when we'll show you the last two. Thank you so much.
We trust that this third lesson in configuring your preferences in ProPresenter 6 has been useful for you. If it has, we ask you to like us and subscribe to the Sharper Turtle. Thank you.